becomes tiresome. Simple movements turn into a struggle before you know it. This goes beyond age. Silent, gradual, and dangerously ignored, it's muscle atrophy. Here's the startling reality. The first to deteriorate are your legs. When they do, your risk of falling increases dramatically, your mobility deteriorates, and your balance deteriorates. Everything can change with a one fall. Loss of independence, hospital stays, and broken bones. Here's the good news though. This is entirely avoidable. The key? The appropriate foods. The majority of people believe that the only method to build muscle is through exercise. However, your diet is as vital. As you age, your body requires the proper nutrition to preserve bone density.
Well, hello, family. Hello, hello, hello. This is your caregiver supporter, Queen C. Pinkston. We're here again with another video, a powerful video. And we're talking about legs. Caregivers, we're talking about our legs. We're talking about keeping our legs healthy. Um, we're talking about ways to support our loved ones when we're caring for them, our family and friends in their legs. There's nothing more that I can think of. I mean, our health is critical, but when you're talking about your legs, avoiding amputations and sometimes not even getting to amputations, it's getting to those tired legs, swollen legs. Um, we, I even had started feeling some tiredness in my legs, and I'm thinking like, wait a minute, what is going on here? And it would really make me take a look because I shared with you my late husband. He passed away, and before he did, he was on kidney failure, but he also had amputations, and one of the things were called PAD, PAD, peripheral artery disease, and that's when you get poor circulation into your extremities, into your legs. So they were real tired just to walk a short distance. The legs would just get really tired, and later it just led to no circulation, and then loss of extremities, started getting loss of toenails and various things, and the next thing you know, you're getting your limbs removed. So this is very important today. So we're going to watch a video, and guys, I'm even though I'm in medicine, I'm strongly about knowledge of food. Food is our medicine. Food is our medicine, what we eat. And as we're maturing and getting more mature, we find that a lot of foods that we ate when we were younger were maybe okay for us because our bodies were in more of a still growing, maturing state. But then once you reach a certain level, a certain age, certain maturity, the body doesn't need that particular food maybe as much, and it needs something else more. So this is what we're dealing with as we are bringing videos to our family caregivers pertaining to um, senior health. Senior health. So a lot of younger people, this might not be for you. We're looking at people that are 50 and 60 and older, and they're dealing with their health, are the ones that they're taking care of with their health. Okay? Just turn my fan on there for a minute. You might hear it. All right. So, some of the foods that we're going to talk about today are going to include sweet potato, oats, avocado, berries, salmon, and eggs. And there are other foods that we need to help us uh, maintain, turn it off now, to maintain healthy legs and feet. We'll talk about some of those after we watch the video. Now, my disclaimer is if you are allergic to any food that is mentioned, you must not eat it. You must make sure that you check with your doctor. If you're taking a medication that maybe will interact with something that we're mentioning here, by all means, check with your doctor. We're just bringing about foods that can change our life, make us better, and heal and help and protect our legs. So let's get into the video, and we will come back in with comments as we go. All right, here we go.
Create muscle and keep your legs strong. We're sharing 6 potent foods in today's video that can help you stay active for years to come, strengthen your muscles, and slow down leg weakness. You may already have one of these meals in your kitchen, but you're probably not eating enough of it. So stay with me through to the end. Before we start, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to receive weekly health tips that can change your life. Additionally, let me know in the comments if you've recently observed any changes in your leg strength.
Please
Let's get going now.
Subscribe, guys.
First place,
And leave a
sweet
comment.
potatoes are the fuel your muscles need. Not just any fuel though. They require the type of energy that endures. The kind that doesn't immediately burn out and leave you feeling weak, lethargic, or worn out by the middle of the day. This is precisely what sweet potatoes offer. Your body's capacity to effectively store and use energy decreases with age, something that most people are unaware of. Your muscles may not react as quickly, you may feel exhausted more quickly, and even simple tasks like carrying groceries or climbing stairs may become more difficult than they once were. It takes endurance in addition to strength. One of the greatest foods to help with that endurance is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates, in contrast to processed carbohydrates like white bread or pasta, which produce rapid blood sugar increases, followed by an energy crash. Over time, these carbohydrates release energy steadily since they break down gradually. This helps you stay active throughout the day by ensuring that your muscles receive the nourishment they require without experiencing abrupt highs and lows. However, energy is insufficient on its own. Your muscles will gradually become weaker if they don't recuperate properly. Your muscles undergo microscopic rips with each stride you take and motion you make. They were easily fixed by your body when you were younger. However, that process slows down with age. Muscle recovery is hampered by inadequate nutrition, which causes stiffness, discomfort, and progressive muscle loss. Sweet potatoes gain even more potency at that point. Vitamin A, a vital antioxidant that aids in muscular tissue repair, is abundant in them. Over time, this will result in stronger legs, reduced discomfort, and a quicker recovery. Your muscles remain more pliable and sensitive, rather than waking up with achy, rigid legs that take a while to relax. Stronger movements translate into independence, and stronger recovery translates into stronger motions. However, inflammation is another threat that lurks within your body. One of the main causes of aging-related muscle loss is chronic inflammation. It gradually weakens your muscle fibers, making motions more challenging and raising your chance of getting hurt. It takes time to accomplish. Over years, it accumulates and becomes increasingly difficult to do daily tasks. Anti-inflammatory substances found in sweet potatoes aid in the battle against this unseen foe. Beta-carotene, which they contain, helps the body cope with oxidative stress. Cellular aging is accelerated by oxidative stress, which harms tissues, muscles, and joints. Your muscles will function better the more you can resist it. Additionally, one of the most underappreciated nutrients for leg strength is potassium. Potassium is essential for nerve transmission, muscular contractions, and hydration. Weakness, cramps, and even an increased risk of falls can result from low potassium levels. Sweet potatoes are a great source of potassium, which keeps your muscles responsive, strong, and coordinated. The majority of people are unaware of this. Muscle strength is closely related to gut health. Your muscles aren't getting the fuel they require if your digestive tract isn't adequately digesting nutrients. Fiber, which is abundant in sweet potatoes, helps to maintain gut health by facilitating improved digestion and nutrient absorption. Your body uses proteins, vitamins, and minerals to maintain strong muscles more effectively if your gut is healthy. So, how can you incorporate sweet potatoes into your diet on a regular basis? You wouldn't believe how simple it is. Bake them into fries, mash them, or roast them. Include them in smoothies, soups, and salads. They go well with practically anything and are inherently delicious and adaptable. Additionally, they won't make you feel bloated or lethargic like processed carbohydrates do. One of the easiest and most effective dietary adjustments you can make if you want to continue climbing, moving, and standing strong well into your senior years is to include sweet potatoes in your diet. Because it takes more than simply workout to have powerful legs. The goal is to provide your body with the proper nutrition so that your muscles can continue to function for many years to come. Let's go on to...
So guys, I want to stop right here. Sweet potato. Sweet potato. How many people out there in my audience eat sweet potatoes? And if you eat them, and that's all the way to the continent in Africa, all the way back over here to the US, and wherever you're listening, I got some friends, also some subscribers in the UK, and also in Russia. And guys, if you eat sweet potato, write in the comment how you prepare it. Being raised in South Georgia, one of the ways that I learned, as a matter of fact, I'm going to have a sweet potato today. I keep them they're always on my list when I go to the store. We call sweet potatoes, and we also have, here in New York, we have what we call yams as well. Same family. And I bake them. I like to throw them into my air fryer, and I can bake them. You can boil them. You can, as he was mentioning, you can cut them up and fry them. There are just all kinds of ways. And I know you can make pies out of them. When I was growing up, my mom would make what you would call sweet potato bread. It was kind of a bread. She'd add flour and make it where she could cut it into squares. And after she'd bake it, it would be sweet potato bread. My aunt would make sweet potato pie, of course, with the crust and the whole. I mean, you can just go on and on and on. But did you know that they were healthy for your legs? Did you know that? And did you know that they were healthy for seniors in your legs? I know my grandfather lived to be 98, almost, I believe Grandpa did. And he had a strong body. And and he ate sweet potatoes. He did. And my mother lived to be 101, but she was strong, and we grew sweet potatoes and we ate sweet potatoes. So now as I'm maturing, and thank God I still eat them, that I know that they were great at helping me not have the pain in my legs and the swellings in your legs, because I stand a lot. You ever felt your legs get tight? My legs were getting like tight and starting to feel that sluggishness in my legs. And I thought, oh my God, what's going on? But it's the food we eat makes a big difference, guys. The food we eat. Wow. So sweet potatoes. So now let's go and listen to oats, because do you eat oats? Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Second place. Oats are generally regarded as a boring breakfast choice. What if I told you, however, that these little grains might be the key to stronger, more resilient legs? One of the first things we notice as we get older is how quickly our legs get tired. It is more difficult to walk upstairs. Standing for extended periods of time wears you out. Worst of all, muscle weakness begins to develop, making even easy movements difficult. However, why does this occur? Aging isn't the only factor. It has to do with what we use to fuel our muscles. Energy is necessary for your legs to continue moving. Not just any energy, but consistent, long-lasting fuel that keeps you moving forward without crashing. Oats excel in this situation. Oats have a low glycemic index, in contrast to refined grains that raise blood sugar levels and leave you feeling exhausted. As a result, they keep you active and avoid unexpected exhaustion by releasing energy gradually. Have you ever noticed how exhausted and lethargic you feel in the afternoon? The reason for this is that the majority of people rely on processed foods, which quickly deplete their energy. Conversely, oats maintain steady energy levels, preventing your muscles from failing when you need them most. However, the advantages extend beyond energy. Protein is necessary for the strong muscles that make up your legs. Lack of protein causes those muscles to deteriorate over time, which can result in weakness, instability, and even problems with balance. Plant-based protein from oats aids in muscle fiber maintenance and repair. It may not be as good as eggs or steak, but it's essential for maintaining healthy legs. Let's now discuss circulation, which is something that most people ignore. For your legs to remain strong and mobile, oxygen-rich blood must continuously flow through them. Weak muscles, a slower rate of recuperation, and a higher chance of cramps and exhaustion are all consequences of poor circulation. Oats can help with that. Iron, a necessary mineral that aids in the body's oxygen transport, is abundant in oats. Lack of iron may be the cause if you've ever experienced weakness, lightheadedness, or observed that your legs tire out more quickly than usual. Your muscles will feel lethargic and exhausted if you don't receive enough iron because they won't obtain the oxygen they require. Magnesium is another essential for healthy legs. In order to avoid cramps, spasms, and that excruciatingly heavy sensation in your legs, magnesium is essential for proper muscular function. Your body is probably pleading for extra magnesium if you've ever woken up in the middle of the night with a terrible leg cramp. A simple and all-natural method to keep your muscles relaxed and free of cramps is to eat oats. Here's the true secret though. There are so many uses for oats. Iron, a necessary mineral that aids in the body's oxygen transport, is abundant in oats. Lack of iron may be the cause if you've ever experienced weakness, lightheadedness, or observed that your legs tire out more quickly than usual. Your muscles will feel lethargic and exhausted if you don't receive enough iron because they won't obtain the oxygen they require. Magnesium is another essential for healthy legs. In order to avoid cramps, spasms, and that excruciatingly heavy sensation in your legs, magnesium is essential for proper muscular function. Your body is probably pleading for extra magnesium if you've ever woken up in the middle of the night with a terrible leg cramp. A simple and all-natural method to keep your muscles relaxed and free of cramps is to eat oats. Here's the true secret though. There are so many uses for oats. Every morning doesn't have to be the same dull cup of porridge. They can be used to smoothies to give you more energy. For a tasty snack, sprinkle them over berry yogurt. For a simple muscle-fueling treat, you can even bake them into homemade protein bars. In actuality, most people ignore easy fixes. They look for complex solutions when in fact, appropriate nutrition is the key to strength, endurance, and mobility. Additionally, oats give your legs the exact nourishment they require to remain pain-free, powerful, and energized. Don't undervalue this straightforward grain's potency. It's time to start eating oats every day if you're serious about maintaining your legs' ease of movement. Let's go on to number
Wow,
3
wow,
now.
wow. Okay, guys. So now we're going to be talking through this. I have to, and I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. So the first one was sweet potato, right? So sweet potato is rich in vitamin A and antioxidants, and it supports skin health and circulation. He's talking about circulation, reducing dryness and irritation in the feet. That's a sweet potato, and also helping the legs. Now, he just talked about oats. So oatmeal, oats, okay? So it's a great source of what? Fiber, which helps us go to the bathroom without taking Metamucil and all the other medication you have to take. Fiber does that. So we get fiber in the sweet potato, fiber in oats. It's a great source of fiber and magnesium. Now, I have had leg cramps. And I'm going to tell you something else too. If you're on a water pill, if you're taking they usually give a blood pressure medication along with a water pill. The water pill is to make you urinate. When you urinate out not just water, but you're urinating out electrolytes, magnesium and potassium and calcium and all those things you're urinating out. So then it can deplete the body. So therefore, you're waking up in the middle of the night and you're getting a cramp. And it can be sometimes a severe cramp. And you're thinking, wow, I haven't drinking enough water. So I got to drink enough water. But water does not have potassium, magnesium, or calcium in it. Water is water. We must have water. We're 3/4 water in our body. But we must have these electrolytes in our bodies as well. So if we're urinating them out, we got to make sure that we're putting them back in. So he's giving us a point here. One of the ways we can get this magnesium is by eating oatmeal or oats, okay? So it says a great source of fiber and magnesium, helping to maintain strong bones and reduce inflammation in the joints. Inflammation is when we feel any discomfort. That's what it's from. It's an inflammation, and we have to get it out. The Chinese have a way of saying a balance between yin and yang, yin and yang. So if we have too much inflammation, our body is like acidic. It's more acidic. Okay, so we need to get a balance. We need to get a balance with our pH, Okay, so that means if we're too acidic, we gotta reduce the acidic in the body, the inflammation, and we have to do it with liquids by drinking water, as well as replacing with these electrolytes. I used to have a fish tank. I had a fish tank. I'll share this with you. And you put water in the fish tank, and you put fish in there. You watch your fish, and they will swim, and they will be happy in the tank. You got a air pump in there, they're getting oxygen, and they're all excited. But if you are going to maintain your fish tank and keep your fish alive, you must check the pH. So when you go to the fish store, to the pet store, they're going to tell you to give you a little container of droplets in a tube and said you must check the water in the tank and make sure that the pH is at least 7.0. He'll tell you how to do that. That's normal, by the way. Now, if you have your fish and you have not checked your pH and you watch your fish, all of a sudden they're swimming and then they'll maybe act like they're drunk. They're bumping against the side of the tank or they're doing something and you're going, what is wrong with that fish? Look at them, how they're doing stuff. And once you check the water, you'll find out that it is very acidic. The pH is way too high. So then you have to take droplets and figure out what the pH is, and you either got to change the water or add a droplet that they will give you to balance the pH. Once you balance the pH, get it back to 7.0, the fish then will swim normally and they're okay. Our bodies are the same way. When our pH is off, we get inflammation. Now everything is out of whack. We're not acting right. We're feeling it's like you're dehydrated and just a lot of stuff is going on. So you have to bring yourself back to center. You have to bring it back to the norm. And a lot of times we by habit will go to the doctor, we'll look for a pill, or we'll go get something. We got to take something over the counter or something, which in these videos that I'm sharing, it is saying that we can also do this by food. We don't always have to go and get medication to do this if we are finding out which foods can help us maintain our health. It's called holistic medicine in another way of saying it. Holistic medicine. You're working with the whole person, but you're doing it through food instead of always taking in lots of medication. I'm not telling anyone to stop taking your medication, and I'm not telling you to do any of that. You do what's good for you. We'll bring in information that can help you, and you got to make the decision. If you look at the bottom of the screen before we go on, it says Hosea 4:6. Hosea 4:6 is a scripture, and it says, my people are destroyed due to a lack of knowledge. So if you don't know, then you're not held accountable. But once you know the information, then you can decide then, should I do this or should I do that? So we've said now what? Oats is a great source of fiber and magnesium, which will help us with those cramps and other things from having cramps in the middle of the night. And it also helps us with maintaining strong bones because as you get older, seniors, you don't want to fall because you're breaking hips and you're breaking this and you're breaking that. And we want to reduce inflammation in the joints, okay? So now, as you can see on the screen, the next one is avocado. Let's go with avocado.
Avocados. The majority of people consider them to be only a trendy superfood. But what if I told you that the key to having legs that are pain-free, stronger, and more flexible is this creamy green fruit? Protein is the first thing that most people think about when discussing how to develop and maintain leg strength. Indeed, protein is essential. However, it is but one aspect of the equation. In actuality, your muscles require more than simply protein. They require healthy fats, which are much more neglected. Additionally, avocados are among the world's top providers of lipids that strengthen muscle. First, let's talk about inflammation. Inflammation turns as a silent foe as we age. At first, you might not even realize it. A slight stiffness when awake. A dull discomfort from too much walking. But when the inflammation worsens over time, movement becomes more difficult and uncomfortable. Monounsaturated fats, which are present in avocados, become crucial at this point. These beneficial fats actively lower inflammation, in contrast to bad fats that exacerbate it. They keep your muscles relaxed, your joints supple, and your legs pain-free for as long as possible. As a result, you will experience reduced stiffness, soreness, and more flexibility in your movement. That's not all, though. One essential component governs all of your leg movements, including standing, walking, and running. Contractions of muscles. Additionally, most people don't get enough of a mineral that is necessary for these contractions. Potassium. More potassium is found in avocados than in bananas, making them one of the best foods. What makes this significant? Potassium keeps muscles functioning properly and keeps cramps at bay. Low potassium may be the cause if you've ever experienced abrupt tightness in your legs, woken up in the middle of the night with severe muscular spasms, or if your legs frequently feel weak with little exertion. Your muscles cannot contract correctly if you don't have enough potassium, which can cause weakness, instability, and even issues with balance. Avocados are revolutionary because of this. They aid in controlling these contractions, making sure that each stride feels solid and steady. Let's now discuss something even more important. Protection of muscles. Our muscles do more than simply deteriorate with age. They are more susceptible to harm. Oxidative stress and minor injuries can impede recuperation, resulting in long-term muscle loss. However, there is a potent nutrient that combats this: vitamin E. Vitamin E protects your muscles from harm by acting as an antioxidant. It helps to prevent long-term degeneration, hasten recovery, and restore muscle fibers. Consider it this way. Your muscles experience daily deterioration. They absorb stress whether you're walking, working out, or even just standing for extended periods of time. Over time, vitamin E keeps your legs strong by reducing that stress. The finest part comes next. Avocados enhance circulation in addition to helping your muscles and joints. For your leg muscles to receive oxygen and nutrients, stay energized, and avoid weariness, good circulation is essential. Your blood flows freely and effectively thanks to the heart-healthy lipids in avocados. This translates into improved leg strength overall, less weight, and increased endurance. So, how can you increase your intake of avocados? You wouldn't believe how simple it is. Put slices on your toast in the morning. Add them to smoothies for a nutrient-dense, creamy boost. Make guacamole by mashing them. Instead of using butter, use them as a spread. They can even be eaten on their own with a little salt and pepper or added to salads. Consistency is crucial. You won't notice a change if you eat one avocado once a month, but you will when you incorporate it into your meals on a daily basis. Greater flexibility, less pain, stronger muscles, and the capacity to navigate life with assurance. Don't overlook this straightforward but effective diet if you want legs that remain strong, balanced, and pain-free as you age. Let's go on to the fourth item.
Wow,
berries.
let's stop, guys.
Losing power is a choice.
Avocados. Do you eat avocado? I do. I once did not eat avocado. I didn't grow up eating avocado. It wasn't a part of my diet in South Georgia and in Florida. They grow them in Florida, and I didn't know. We didn't eat those. It wasn't until I'm an adult working in the hospital, working in the dialysis unit here in New York. Give a shout out to Unity nurses over there, I'm telling you. And we were in the lunchroom and we're having lunch. Saw one of my coworkers. She came in with an avocado, a couple of them. They sat down at the table and they took that little green thing and cut it open, popped that seed out, and began to take a spoon and eat it. And I thought, oh, okay, great, boy, that's great. And so I said, yeah, I can. That looks great. So I go to the store and I buy a bag of avocados, and they come when they're hard. Some are soft. You can begin to feel them, and you don't want them too mushy, too ripe. You can't eat those. So I grabbed a bag, had 4 in the bag, and I came home, and I was so excited, and I sat at the table, took out an avocado, and I cut it open, and I took portions of it, put it in my mouth, and I couldn't. I said, "Oh my God, what is this? I can't eat it." Took it and just threw the whole thing away. Went to work and told my coworkers. They said, "Oh no, you don't do that. No, don't throw them away. You don't ever. You got to learn how to use them." And as he was saying, you got to figure out how to use them. The taste, it has to grow on you. It's not a bad taste. It's just that you just have to get used to the taste if you're not used to it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to try it again. So what I started doing was I took an avocado and I would mix the avocado into my yogurt. And I found out that I could eat it that way. I said, okay. Then I said, now let me try something else. So I like smoothies. So, and you guys know I got videos of my smoothies, and we'll be doing more as the weather warms up. So I was doing my smoothie, and I started taking my avocado and putting it into my smoothie. And I thought, oh man, this is great. Now, guys, I don't have to put it into my smoothie. I can peel them and eat them on my salad. I can eat them on a sandwich. I can eat guacamole as long as it's not too spicy. I don't eat spicy food. But if you make your own, I can eat them almost any kind of way now. I had to learn to do it because they were so healthy for me, and I needed what I needed to build up my health through what the avocado had to offer. So I'm saying to you, as Black family caregivers, some of these things might not be part of your diet. And you might say, well, I could never eat that green looking thing. I could never do this. My bishop has a way of saying this, and I can remember my mom and those saying it as well. It might not at the moment taste good to you, but it will be good for you. And I'm telling you, you do not want tired legs. You do not want heavy legs. You do not want legs with poor circulation. And you definitely don't want to lose your legs to amputation. So we have to work on that, caregivers. This is for us as well as for our loved ones that we take care of. Okay? That's why we're doing these videos. We got to take care of ourselves. It's easy to go, it's not easy, but I mean, when we go to the doctor, they might tell you to eat avocado and they might tell you to eat these things. Your doctor will tell you maybe to change your diet, but I'm in medicine, so I have to be real. If they don't write prescriptions, they're not going to make any money, kind of. I'm just trying to say it. So they have to write some pills. They got to write some prescriptions. If they're not doing any surgeries, or if they're not, that's how the money is made, and that's what they have to do. And I understand that. And there's things that we have to do for our doctors. Thank God for our doctors. But there's also things that we must do for ourselves. We are held accountable sometimes for researching and finding out, what am I eating that's hurting me? Am I eating too much sugary foods? Am I eating too much this? What am I doing? Am I doing something to cause myself maybe to have this difficulty? And if it is, God, I ask that you give me the wisdom to change. Help me to learn how to eat properly. You made all the foods, and all the foods have a benefit to us. However, nothing is too much. I mean, we shouldn't eat anything too much. In moderation is good, but we can avoid sometimes maybe some of the trips to the doctors or some of the meds. I'm just saying, you find out what's good for you. My job is just to bring the information. Okay, so avocado, I eat them now. I love them now, and it's a part of my regular diet. And I did not know that they were good in helping me keep my legs, guys. So, yes. All right. So, packed with healthy fats, this avocado, that's the good fat, though. It takes away the bad fat, the LDL, the high cholesterol one. The avocado takes that away. That's the one we don't want. Okay. It brings the good fat. So, avocados have the good fat. All right. So, avocado, packed with healthy fats, potassium, which support nerve function and blood circulation. So that's going to support the arteries that they won't be clogged and reduce the risk of cramps. To me, that's enough to eat an avocado all by itself. It can reduce the risk of cramps. Now, I want to say to all of my hemodialysis or kidney failure people, you have to find another way, because you cannot have the avocado because it's high in potassium. Pardon me. It's high in potassium. That is not good for you. That's bad for you. Bad, bad, bad. You can't have that. So you'll have to find another way. These foods, if you're chronic kidney failure, a lot of these foods can throw you into very bad health because your kidneys are not functioning and you're unable to get rid of the excess. And so therefore you'll have a buildup in your body and it will cause you to be very sick. So this is not for chronic kidney failure people. This is for my caregivers who are caring for their loved ones, and these are self-care, healthcare tips for them. Chronic kidney failure, not for you at all. Do not see your doctor. Do not eat avocado, and do not eat these things that we're mentioning. So our next one, guys, that's going to help us with our leg circulation is, let's go.
But aging is unavoidable. Your muscles are attacked every single day. Not from something visible, but from oxidative stress, which is equally harmful. This unseen force accelerates aging, destroys joints, and weakens muscles. You experience it as persistent discomfort, stiffness, or that annoying gradual loss of strength. The good news is that you have the ability to defend yourself. And berries, one of the most potent weapons. In addition to being delicious, blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are superfoods that protect muscles. This is the reason. Antioxidants, your body's best line of protection against muscle degradation, are abundant in berries. Your body creates free radicals on a daily basis. Weakness, exhaustion, and a delayed recovery are brought on by the damage these unstable chemicals do to muscle cells. Your body was capable of fending them off when you were younger. However, unless you provide the proper support, your protection deteriorates with age. Here's where berries can help. By scavenging free radicals, their antioxidants protect your muscles, hasten healing, and prolong the strength of your legs. However, that is only the start. Inflammation is a greater danger to leg strength than muscle loss. Mobility is silently eroded by chronic inflammation. Every stride becomes more difficult, every motion more rigid, and every joint more agonizing. Additionally, it may eventually result in arthritis and permanent muscle atrophy. One of nature's most potent anti-inflammatory meals is berries. They include substances that actively lower inflammation, which eases joint pain, increases flexibility, and maintains the smooth motion of your legs. There's more. The majority of people believe that vitamin C only strengthens immunity. In actuality, however, it is essential for the health of muscles and joints. Why? Since the synthesis of collagen is fueled by vitamin C. Your muscles, tendons, and joints are made of collagen. It maintains their resilience, strength, and flexibility. However, your body makes less collagen as you get older. As a result, joints feel stiff, muscles become less solid, and healing takes longer. Berries aid in re-establishing equilibrium. They increase the creation of collagen, which keeps your legs strong, your joints smooth, and your muscles tight. Let's now discuss how to maximize the benefits of berries. Eating them occasionally won't make a big difference. The true advantages start to materialize when you make them a daily habit. Have breakfast first. Add some blueberries to your yogurt or porridge. For a potent drink that will feed your muscles, blend them into a smoothie. They are a great snack to eat fresh. Make a berry compote instead. To get a naturally sweet topping, simply cook them with a little water. Consistency is crucial. Your muscles and joints will be better protected the more often you eat them. Additionally, berries improve mental clarity in addition to physical strength. Antioxidants found in berries have been shown to enhance brain function, memory, and focus. Thus, they maintain your mental acuity in addition to your physical strength. Berries prevent muscle weakness by combating oxidative damage. They ease joint discomfort by reducing inflammation. They maintain the strength of muscles and joints by increasing the production of collagen. By increasing circulation, they guarantee that your legs receive the nourishment they require. Additionally, they improve brain function, which keeps you mentally bright as you age. All from one natural basic food. Therefore, don't ignore berries if you're serious about maintaining your strength, mobility, and pain-free state, because exercise alone does not produce the strongest legs. The proper diet is the source of them. And one of the greatest methods to fuel your body for the years to come is with berries. Your future self will appreciate you starting today. Let's go on to fifth, salmon.
Let's talk about berries, guys. If you do berries, leave me a comment. Do you do berries? Do you eat berries? Did you grow up eating berries? Did you know that berries, oh my goodness, was good for your legs and also your brain, your mind? Berries, guys. Berries are loaded with antioxidants that protect the blood vessels. We're talking about staying at the hospital. Oh my God, it improves circulation. Berries, they reduce swelling. Anybody have swelling? I know when I stand like 12 hours a day, my legs can start to swell and also my feet. Swelling and discomfort. We're talking about berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. If you're allergic, please don't eat them. But guys, if this is something that you can eat and you want to better your legs, let's get going. We can find all kinds of ways to do berries. I grew up eating blackberries, guys. I just bought some the other day, and blueberries and strawberries. Strawberries, guys, the berries, they're good for us. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. We're about to run out of time. We got to keep going. Guys, let me know, please, in the chat, if you do berries, and if you do, how you do them. Oh my God. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one.
What if I told you there was a diet that may help you maintain strong legs for years to come, grow muscle, and lessen pain? In fact, salmon does just that. This protein isn't just any protein. It's among the best things your body can consume. Additionally, your muscles require more of it as you get older. Your muscles are continuously being broken down and rebuilt with each stride you take, every movement you make. Here's the issue though. Your body's capacity to regenerate muscle tissue decreases with age. You begin to feel weaker in your legs. Stair climbing gets more difficult. It feels difficult to even get up after sitting for a long time. Furthermore, the majority of individuals are unaware that it is taking place. Their strength simply isn't what it was before one day. Here's where salmon can help. Because of its high protein content, it provides your muscles with the building blocks they require to remain robust and energetic. Each bite keeps your legs strong and robust by repairing muscle fibers. However, salmon is more than just protein. Moreover, it is among the best sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Additionally, your muscles benefit greatly from these healthy farts. Your muscles and joints become inflamed as you age. This explains why so many people experience leg pain, stiffness in their knees, and even excruciating pain when they move. Omega-3 fatty acids, on the other hand, combat inflammation at its root cause, maintaining joint discomfort, muscle flexibility, and smooth leg movement. And that's not all. By increasing blood flow, omega-3 fatty acids make sure your muscles receive the oxygen and nutrition they require to function at their peak. Legs with inadequate circulation feel sluggish, heavy, and exhausted. Better blood flow, however, keeps them strong and energized, and the majority of people are unaware of this. Additionally, omega-3s improve nerve function. Have you ever noticed that your legs aren't moving as fast as they once did? Like you don't have as quick of a reflex? Nerve signals slow down with time, which explains why. However, omega-3 fatty acids maintain those connections, which makes it easier for your legs to move and react more quickly. Additionally, salmon is a great source of B vitamins, particularly B12. Here's why that's important. Your body uses B vitamins to produce energy. Your muscles won't have the strength they require to work without them. Because of this, people who don't get enough B12 frequently experience weakness, sluggishness, and fatigue. However, salmon replenishes that energy, allowing your legs to move more easily, walk farther, and climb higher. Without a strong heart, it is impossible to develop strong legs. Salmon also aids in that. Salmon's omega-3s help to keep your arteries free, improve blood pressure, and lessen bad cholesterol. This translates to improved endurance, oxygen delivery, and circulation, because this is the reality. Weak muscles are a result of poor circulation. Your legs need a constant flow of blood that is rich in oxygen. Your muscles won't receive the nutrition they require if your heart isn't beating effectively, and they will begin to deteriorate. However, your legs remain powerful when your heart is strong. The finest aspect. To reap the benefits, you don't have to consume salmon every day. Even 2 or 3 servings each week can have a significant impact. Try adding it to salads, roasting it, or grilling it. Do you want a simple, fast meal? Muscle-building elements abound in salmon, served with roasted vegetables and cream oil on the side. Go for something lighter. A fresh salad with salmon, avocado, and leafy greens provides all the nutrients your legs require in one meal. Additionally, canned salmon is equally effective if you're pressed for time. For a quick protein boost, simply combine it with spices, lemon juice, and olive oil. Salmon is one of the best things you can eat if you want to continue moving, walking, and climbing with confidence. It strengthens your heart, improves blood flow, rebuilds muscle, lowers inflammation, and improves nerve function. Your muscles are fueled by each bite. You get closer to having a stronger, healthier, and more active physique with each meal. Therefore, don't wait until your legs start to weaken. To maintain your strength for years to come, start eating salmon now. Let's go on to...
Wow. Guys, this video is this is a powerful video. Oh my goodness. Do you do salmon? I do salmon. I eat salmon. I wild caught, only wild caught salmon. I do not buy farm raised fish at all. I grew up near the Gulf of Mexico. We would catch our own fish, or whether you're getting it out of a river, in Crystal River, or wherever you're getting it, but I do not buy any. If I know it's farm raised, I would not buy it. So I buy my wild caught salmon, and I also use canned salmon, as he mentioned, wild caught, and I make salmon patties. I have a girlfriend that just asked me the other day, "You gonna make me some salmon patties?" I won't see her unfortunately for a week, but yes, salmon patties. You can throw it in my air fryer. The salmon fillet. You find a way that you can do your salmon. I love it. But did you know that it was so healthy for your legs and for your body? And it's saying here, guys, it's healthy for your heart. It, God made this. This is all created by God. This is nothing synthetic here. This is nothing man-made here. These fish. And you know something about a salmon? Salmon are strong. If you ever get to watch a video, salmon, when they're spawning, they swim upstream. Upstream. I've watched them fight against the waterfalls and the currents, and they jump upstream to go back to the spawning area. What a strong fish. But yes, salmon, we get them from Alaska and various places around here in the Great Lakes, in the New York area. But yes, so high in omega-3 fatty acids, that's your fish oil, which reduce what inflammation we talked about, that inflammation in the body. It strengthens blood vessels. It helps because when it does that, it helps to lower our blood pressure. Oh my God, it improves overall mobility. What a fish. Look at what God did. I tell you the truth, when I do these videos, I'm bringing information to you, but to myself, I get so excited. I mean, they're loaded full of information. We got to move on because of time. I think we have at least one more. Yeah, we have one more, I believe. Okay, so the next one, guys, we're moving into it. I think he's going to talk about eggs. Let's go see.
Sixth, eggs. Athletes, bodybuilders, and even physicians swear by eggs for a reason. It's not simply that they're inexpensive and simple to prepare. The reason for this is because they are among the most comprehensive nutritional sources for energy, muscle strength, and recuperation. Additionally, eggs are a real powerhouse when it comes to maintaining strong, sturdy, and pain-free legs as you age. This is the reason. First, full protein is present in eggs. They therefore possess each of the 9 necessary amino acids, the components your body requires to rebuild and repair muscle tissue. Your muscles naturally lose bulk as you age. Your legs may feel weaker, your balance may become erratic, or even basic tasks like climbing stairs may become more difficult. The reason for this is that your body isn't regenerating muscle as well as it once did. However, when you consume high-quality protein, such as eggs, you're providing your body with the precise nutrients it needs to halt the loss of muscle and even regain strength. And that's only the start. Vitamin D is also abundant in eggs. Here's why that's important. Vitamin D has uses beyond bones. It is also necessary for muscle strength. Low vitamin D levels are actually directly associated with weak muscles, poor coordination, and a higher chance of falling, according to studies. And the part that's frightening: the majority of people are unaware that they are vitamin D deficient. Because of this, older adults who don't obtain enough vitamin D frequently have joint discomfort, weariness, and muscular weakness. However, eggs naturally contain this potent vitamin, which keeps your muscles active, your bones healthy, and your legs working smoothly. Additionally, most people are unaware of another substance found in eggs: choline. Although it's a little known, this nutrient is crucial for maintaining the strength and responsiveness of your legs. Why? Because nerve-muscle connection is directly supported by choline. This implies that your body is communicating with your neurological system to regulate your movements each time you walk, elevate your leg, or even just change your weight. These signs may become less frequent as you become older. When walking on uneven ground, you may notice that your legs don't react as quickly, that your balance is off, or that you feel unsteady. However, choline maintains these connections, ensuring that your muscles and nerves function well to keep you strong, steady, and coordinated. Not to mention that eggs are a great source of antioxidants, B vitamins, and healthy fats, all of which promote energy generation, lower inflammation, and shield muscle cells from harm. What is the best method to incorporate eggs into your diet then? 1 or 2 eggs a day can have a significant impact on your leg strength and mobility. You don't need to consume a dozen. They can be boiled, scrambled, added to an omelet with vegetables, or even blended into a protein-rich smoothie. Consistency is crucial, because your muscles will be stronger in the years to come if you take better care of them today. If you wish to maintain your independence for as long as possible, avoid muscle loss, and continue walking with confidence. Don't forget about eggs. They are among the most straightforward, reasonably priced, and potent foods you can include in your diet. The best thing is that they provide you energy for the rest of your day, improve your mental clarity, and strengthen your legs. One of the simplest ways to take charge of your strength, mobility, and long-term health is to include eggs in your diet. Keep this in mind the next time you're organizing your meals. It's time to conclude. Your basis is your legs.
Wow, guys. Wow, guys. What a video. What information did we get today? Oh my goodness. Guys, let's just finish eggs. Now, I know eggs just flew up in the United States. I know the prices of eggs went up, all this case may be. So he's like saying, you don't need to eat a dozen. Yeah, but the point of it is do not exclude eggs, okay? A great source of protein and vitamin D, essential for muscle recovery and bone health. Sometimes I'll take 2 boiled eggs to lunch, to work with me for lunch, or whatever the case may be, guys. And I also started doing something else too. You're probably going to say, now, who would eat that? You probably don't eat grits. I like grits. If you eat grits, leave me a note. But I will take a small amount of grits and I will cook them. And when I get them where I want them, consistency in the microwave, probably 2 to 3 minutes. Then I will take 1 egg, one raw egg. I used to see my mom do this. And I will break it into the grits, stir it around, season them, put it back in the microwave, cook it for another maybe 30 seconds or a minute, and bring it out and eat. And it is outstanding, guys. You can add a little cheese. I put a little, sprinkle a little, I use grated cheese because you don't want to eat too much cheese. It can not be good. So I sprinkle a little bit of grated cheese on there, and whatever is as tasty, it's outstanding. So guys, I hope, I pray, I know that this information is going to bless you, and I know that it is going to cause you to think, wow, I never knew that I could do something about these cramps, or I could do something about, my legs starting to feel tired and heavy when I'm walking and doing this and doing that. And I might can head things off before I just go straight to the doctor to get a new prescription or to get something else. Maybe I just need to pray, ask the Lord, and change my diet, because we are what we eat. We are what we eat. I am working hard with this podcast to bring any information I can get, physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever, that can support and help family caregivers, guys. This is what this is about. We got to help each other. I pray that I can keep it going. I want to try to keep it going at least to the we're going to see where we are going to be at the end of the year with this podcast. We're going to give it our best shot. Okay? So, guys, we're here every day, and we're going to ask that you support our podcast simply by liking the video, sharing the video, leaving a comment. I appreciate all the comments that I received from you guys. They're deep, profound ones. You tell me that you enjoy the content, that you are blessed by the content, and I thank you for it. Please do that. Continue to do that. Continue to let's support each other out here. And guys, you want to check out one of my friends. His name is I Am Rupert. He has a lot of great information. He'll bring doctors on to his podcast. I think it's on Sunday nights. Watch out for his posts, and you can ask questions right there to his guests. He's brought on lawyers. I think he's brought a lawyer on. He's bringing on a doctor, MD on, various people, and They will answer questions for you in great content. I am Rupert, Rupert. You want to check out his podcast, guys. And there are others, but I definitely know that you will enjoy his podcast on Sunday nights. That will be tomorrow night, actually. So listen, we're out of here. And I just want to say thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And thank you for your support. Let's have a quick prayer. Father, I thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for all the listeners. Thank you for all the comments that are coming in. And I ask, Lord, that you just bless and let this information be a blessing to the hearer. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. God bless you guys. I'm going to see you right here in our next video.